Cowboys Nation, what's going on? It's Alex back again, and before we dive into today's huge story, I need to stop for just one quick second and say this: most of you watch my videos every single day, you keep up with every update, you love hearing the latest Cowboys news, but for some reason you still haven't subscribed, so do me a favor right now and hit that subscribe button, because I promise you don't want to miss a single update, especially today's, because we are talking about something that could change the future of the Dallas Cowboys in a massive way. Now imagine waking up one morning and hearing the words Micah Parsons replacement. Yes, that's exactly what we are diving into today, because in the latest mock trade that's been floating around the NFL world, the Dallas Cowboys are being linked to a move that would bring in a player that many people are calling the perfect replacement if Micah Parsons were to ever be traded, or if he ends up walking away down the line. And trust me, Cowboys Nation, this is not some small rumor. This is a scenario that is sending shockwaves across social media and sparking non-stop debates among fans, experts, and insiders. Now, before I tell you who this supposed replacement is, let's just take a moment to talk about Micah Parsons himself, because we all know exactly what he means to this team. Parsons is not just another player, he is the heartbeat of the Dallas Cowboys defense. He is the guy who makes quarterbacks nervous before the ball is even snapped. He is the guy who completely changes the game plan for the opposing team, and every single week he proves why he's one of the most dominant players in the NFL right now. So the idea of even talking about replacing him sounds insane. But Cowboys Nation, you know how this league works. Teams are always planning ahead, always thinking about what comes next, and mock trades are part of that conversation. And that's why today's rumor is so interesting, because the player being linked to the Cowboys in this mock trade is someone who could step right in and keep that defense scary. So let's break it down. The latest mock trade idea has the Dallas Cowboys making a blockbuster move to bring in a young defensive star who plays with the same kind of energy, fire, and relentlessness that Micah Parsons brings to the field. This player is not just some random name tossed around for headlines. He is someone who has already proven he can get after the quarterback, make game-changing plays, and be the anchor of a defense and hay race. The crazy part, the trade package being suggested isn't just about replacing Parsons, it's about setting up the Cowboys defense for the next 5 to 7 years. Now just imagine pairing this new star with the guys we already have on the roster: the speed, the athleticism, the pure aggression. It would give Dallas a defense that could dominate not just in the regular season but deep into the playoffs. Cowboys Nation, I can already hear the debates. Some fans are saying, why would the Cowboys even think about trading Parsons or finding a replacement when he's still in his prime? And that's a fair point, but remember, this is all about preparation and business. This league is unpredictable. We've seen star players leave, we've seen shocking trades go down, and we've seen teams caught flat-footed because they didn't prepare for the future. So whether you love this mock trade idea or absolutely hate it, the fact is it has everyone talking, and you can't deny how intriguing it is to think about another superstar wearing the star on his helmet. Now let's talk about the fit. If this trade actually happened, how would this new player fit into Dan Quinn's defensive system? Well, you already know Quinn loves versatile playmakers, guys who can line up in multiple spots. This guy's looks create confusion and explode off the line of scrimmage, and this rumored replacement fits that mold perfectly. He has the size, the speed, and the intensity that Cowboys fans crave, and honestly, with the way Quinn schemes up pressure, it would almost feel like Micah never left. The only difference would be a new number on the jersey, but the same type of chaos for opposing quarterbacks. Hay race, another angle to think about. Cowboys Nation, you know Jerry Jones loves big moves. He loves headlines. He loves being the center of the NFL conversation, and if there's ever a front office willing to pull off something bold, it's the Dallas Cowboys. So while some people might call this just a fantasy or another offseason talking point, I wouldn't dismiss it that quickly. This is the same team that's made shocking draft picks, jaw-dropping trades, and headline-grabbing signings before, so the possibility is always there. And let's not forget about the business side. Micah Parsons is going to want one of the biggest contracts in NFL history at his position, and he deserves it, no question. But we all know how tough negotiations can get. Sometimes a team has to make that difficult decision between paying a superstar or looking ahead to keep the roster balanced and healthy across all positions. So a trade idea like this is not just about replacing talent on the field, it's also about managing the salary cap, the roster, and the long-term future of the franchise. But Cowboys Nation, I gotta ask you, what do you think if the Cowboys really pulled the trigger on a deal like this? Would you support it, or would you be furious to see Parsons go? Do you think this replacement would be good enough to fill those giant shoes, or do you think there's only one Micah Parsons and nobody could ever truly replace him? Let me know your thoughts, because I want to hear from you, and trust me, this is one of those conversations where every opinion counts. Now let me add this: if this trade idea ever became reality, it would be one of the biggest moves in recent NFL history, and it would completely change the way teams look at the Cowboys moving forward. Other teams would instantly know this defense is still elite, still dangerous, and still capable of wrecking game plans every single Sunday. And as crazy as it sounds, that's exactly the type of reputation the Cowboys want to maintain, because at the end of the day, this is not just about one player, it's about the star on the helmet. It's about keeping that standard alive. And listen, I'm not saying Parsons is gone tomorrow. I'm not saying this trade is happening today, but these mock trades spark real conversations. They open the door to ideas, and they remind us that in the NFL, nothing is impossible. So whether this ends up being just another offseason rumor or something that actually happens in the future, one thing is clear: the Dallas Cowboys are always going to be at the center of the NFL spotlight, and stories like this are exactly why. So, Cowboys Nation, if you're still here watching this video, then you are a real fan, and I want to thank you for sticking with me to the end. But don't just stop here, because I want you to join the conversation. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Tell me if you like the idea of a Parsons replacement in Dallas, or if you think it's the craziest thing you've ever heard. And while you're at it, hit that like button, because it helps more fans see these videos and helps grow our community. And of course, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, because we are just getting started this season, and I promise the updates, the rumors, the breaking news, it's all coming right here. Cowboys Nation, I'll leave you with this: Micah Parsons is a generational talent, but football is a business, and in this business anything can happen. So while we celebrate the star we have today, we also have to keep our eyes open to what tomorrow might bring. Thank you for watching. I'm Alex, this is Cowboys Nation, and I'll catch you in the next video.